parti.
Okay, good evening, everybody. So today we are going to have the poem we talked about last week, if you remember. Okay. So, and I've given you already this poem so to see, but so again I'm going to give it again to have a copy of it, everybody. So for better reading it, so let's have it. It's yours. So here you are. Etienne, yours, and for you. So there are also definitions of the metaphor we're supposed to read today. So here you are. Okay. So just before reading the poem, so we'd like to have some surprise for you. Let's enjoy it, and then so we can see what that. So what are we going to do today is so to define metaphor versus simile. And then you are going to read the poem, as I have told you before, so the cast are going to the balls and paraphrase it, as we always do with the poems. And then we are going to identify the figures of the speech in the poem. What do we have there? And at the end, of course, we will discuss the themes of war and law, what we have. So what is the objective? To identify a metaphor, to read and analyze the poem, and to explain their features. So. Enjoy it. So, and of course, it's an extract of a film, a very famous film by an Israeli filmmaker, Amos Gitai, a film named Kippur. Okay, it's about war. So, war, well, so how's it working? So let's see what happens next. Really, you could say that so fast. So we are not making love. It's clear. All right. So why didn't you say the previous one easily and the second one so fast? So you are ashamed of that? All right. No problem with it. Okay. So in that case, so do we have any similarity between these two? What is that?
I'm seeing contact
between two people. That's great. So they are embracing each other.
Yeah.
So in the first one, they were making love. In the second one, they were making more love. No, they were fighting. Okay, they were fighting. Great. That's okay. So they are similar, as you said it. Very good. Very good point. So let's see. So in that case, we can see now what metaphor is. So they are similar, as you mentioned. Metaphor, like simile, so is a figure of speech which makes an implicit, implied, or hidden comparison between two things that are unrelated, making love, fighting, two different things, but share some common characteristics. So Saddam mentioned that similar, so common characteristics of both. What was that? Do you remember that? Contact, embracing each other. So they are touching, very good, they're touching each other, exactly, good, that's great. So, just to know what the difference, as we discussed before about simile, so we want to know what the difference is. The difference between simile and metaphor is only these two words. Like, as. What does it mean? Simile, this is the example for the simile. The lady is as beautiful as a rose. Lady is a rose? No. They are different. But we compare lady to a rose by using this comparison word. So we say as beautiful as a rose. But in metaphor, they are direct. Oh lady, you are my rose. I didn't use that. Good. So it's not like or as. We make a direct connection between these two. So we make lady means my lady is my rose, but it doesn't mean that it's a flower, is it? It means as beautiful as a rose, as lovely as a rose. So it's metaphor. Okay? So I hope everybody's got it? Miriam? Metaphor is clear?
Yeah.
Good. So sometimes we use it in our daily life. So some examples. For example, we always resemble life to what? Chocolate. Very good. Chocolate, for example. Great. Wow, lovely. So that's great. Sweet. Also, but a very cliche metaphor is life is a journey. So normally we say, oh, life is a journey. Dad tells, the mom tells. It's difficult. Life is a journey. So it's a very famous metaphor we always use. Yeah? Okay, now let's read the poem together. So we're just going to read it. And then, so you are in two groups, so of three. So you're going to find metaphor in it for me, okay, in 1 minute. So let's read it. So to Lucasta, going to the walls, tell me not sweet, I'm unkind, but from the nunnery of thy chaste breast in quiet mind, to worn arms I fly. True, a new mistress now I chase, the first foe in the field, and with a stronger faith embrace, a sword, a horse, a shield. Yet, this inconstancy is such, as youth who shall adore, I could not love thee, dear, so much. Love I not honor more. Okay? So, the poem is a simple one, and it is a famous poem by Richard Lovelace, a cavalier poet, we call it, from the 17th century of England. So, he was really a love poet, having many mistresses, all right? But he died in a very bad condition in poverty because of the war, exactly, that parliamentarism that we had in England in the 17th century, okay? And his name is interesting because it is pronounced in English, Loveless, without love. So loveless, but it's not loveless, I don't know. So anyway, so we go back to the poem and we try to paraphrase it. So here, it's a sweet poem. So we say that the other poet has written this poem to his mistress, to his lover, when he was leaving her, going to the war. So bye-bye, I have to go, I don't like you anymore. No, I like you, I don't know. What was the real reason? But he says, okay, don't tell me that I'm not kind, I'm not a good person, that I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you for better purpose. And what's the better purpose? I'm going to the war. I'm going to the war. I'm leaving your bed to go to a battlefield, to fight there with a new lover. Who is the new lover? Foe. What does foe mean? Enemy. So I'm going to fight with a new lover, and that new lover is the enemy. So maybe you don't like this unfaithfulness, but if you understand that I leave you for a better honor, so you will love me more. So what is that better honor? Love of country, love of land. So for this, so you will love me more because I'm a good person. Anyway, so you will get just 1 minute. So to find the metaphor. Yeah, go ahead. You have time, please. 3 of you. Yeah. So and here are the help for you. So the vocabulary is there, and you've got So that comparison. Go ahead. Underline the words that you may think. So is metaphor. No, it is simile, but we are looking for metaphor, not simile. Okay, I mean, there is no as. Yeah. Yeah, thigh means you. Exactly. So means there could be there is a general one altogether, and there are also more. So you can see here. So you see what do we have here? Very good. Very good, very good. Exactly. That's great. Yeah, this is So we've got the limits of time. I believe that we have to go back to our job. So tell me one of the metaphors you found. January, I believe.
I think that from the nunnery.
Nunnery, but thy chaste.
Yes.
Good. So what does it resemble to? What is the metaphor here?
Well.
Good. You found it well. Nunnery is a place where nun lives.
Yeah, he's talking about
His
his
lover and a
mistress.
convent, basically.
The body of his lover, so is resembled to the nunnery. Is a metaphor. Why? Because so the nunnery is the place that the nuns feel comfortable. So when I touch your body, when I am with you in the bed, so I feel also comfortable. I feel relaxed. So like the nunnery, good job. So very good. Yeah, what else? Yeah.
Pure of you mistress, now I'm chaste.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's not the mistress, it's the war.
Very good. Is the enemy in the
Yeah.
war.
Yeah.
Very good. So that is the enemy in the war is resembled to the mistress.
Yeah.
So why? Because again, especially in old times, you know that in the classic war, when they are fighting, they embrace each other. It's like wrestling. So good. So we can see here, chaste breast and quiet mind is another a sword, a horse, a shield. So they are metaphor. And also we've got love and honor of the war. So they are also resembled to each other. That's okay? So it's a kind of metaphor. So when we understand these points, so about war and law, so what do you think of it? I mean, do you think that really fighting in the war is the love of country? Do we need it? So we've got these questions here. Look at that. Why do you need to go to war? To defend the country, our people, our law? Is killing good and acceptable? A sacred war? What is that? Do we have it? Honor? What does it mean, sacred? Valerie? Means holy, means good, blessed, something that we needed in order, for example, for our religion or for our purpose. Okay, we do. What does it mean? I mean, do we need it really? So what does the other side in the war think? This side, I think it is blessed for me. What about the other side? The other side doesn't think so? So do they think the same? Do we need the war, necessity of the war? And the concept of faithfulness. And this Latin word here, dulce et decorum et pro patrio mori. What does it mean? It means sweet and lovely is dying for the country. So do you agree with that? So you've got just 1 minute to think about it, discuss together, and then you can tell me what it is about. Go ahead. Yeah. Do you think war is good? Yeah, all these questions. No, just pick one of them. Pick one. Then tell me what you think. I mean, do you think war is good or bad? Or do you need it? Or do we need it? Or what do you think? So just while you are thinking of that, no, not this one. So, yeah, just see it and just think it. It's the same film that you see the love scene. Is it sweet and lovely? So, what do you think? Yeah, Mona? That's it. Very good. You don't like this. Good, good. So like a war is not good for you, huh?
No.
See. So like, don't we have any sacred war? Because you know the poet said, I am going to have honor, and because of that honor, you are going to love me more.
Faut conclure.
So for the next session, that poem that you are going to read is going to complete this poem. The poem that you have on the other side of your paper, so you can see that. Dulce et decorum est, if we read it in English way. So it's a poem exactly to show the other side of the war that you are going to read. You are going to find metaphor and figures of speech again more, imageries this time, and of course, we will continue discussing this thematic perspective. What do you think about war? Is it lovely? Is it not? Is it okay? It's okay? So, and you got, that's all right? Anything else you would like to know?
Merci.
Thank you very much. Have a